Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. The stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Only buy something that you'd be perfectly happy to hold if the market shut down for 10 years. Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Time is the friend of the wonderful business, the enemy of the mediocre. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Our favorite holding period is forever. Do not save what is left after spending, instead spend what is left after saving. An investor should act as though he had a lifetime decision card with just 20 punches on it. The best investment you can make is in yourself. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. If you aren't thinking about owning a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. The most important quality for an investor is temperament, not intellect. Forecasts may tell you a great deal about the forecaster, they tell you nothing about the future. Wide diversification is only required when investors do not understand what they are doing. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. Investing is laying out money now to get more money back in the future. Never invest in a business you cannot understand. I try to buy stock in businesses that are so wonderful that an idiot can run them. Because sooner or later, one will. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls-Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. It's better to hang out with people better than you. I will tell you how to become rich. Close the doors. Be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful. Money is not everything. Make sure you earn a lot before speaking such nonsense. Never depend on a single income. Make investment to create a second source. Invest like you are buying the entire business. A low-cost index fund is the most sensible equity investment for the great majority of investors. Good profits lead to good returns. Avoid businesses with low returns. The key to investing is not assessing how much an industry is going to affect society, but rather how much it will make money for investors. If past history was all that is needed to play the game of money, the richest people would be librarians. Speculation is most dangerous when it looks easiest. Don't pass up something that's attractive today because you think you will find something better tomorrow. Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. You can't make a good deal with a bad person. I measure success by how many people love me. Tell me who your heroes are and I'll tell you how you'll turn out. What the wise do in the beginning, fools do in the end. If you get to my age in life and nobody thinks well of you, I don't care how big your bank account is, your life is a disaster. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. The best thing I did was to choose the right heroes. There seems to be some perverse human characteristic that likes to make easy things difficult. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. It's better to be approximately right than precisely wrong. It is not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. You've got to keep control of your time, and you can't unless you say no. When you have no money, think of saving. When you have money, think of investing. If you buy things you don't need, you will soon sell things you do need. Work for someone you admire and respect, and who will help you grow. Spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up. Be the kind of person you want to work with. Never lie under any circumstances. You may not be smart enough to remember the lie. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Always associate with people who are better than you. The best thing a human being can do is to help another human being know more. Tell the truth, even if it means losing the deal. Without passion, you don't have energy. Without energy, you have nothing. Know what you know, and what you don't. Character is doing the right thing when no one is watching. You don't have to be smarter than the rest. You have to be more disciplined than the rest. In the world of business, the people who are most successful are those who are doing what they love. The business schools reward difficult, complex behavior more than simple behavior, but simple behavior is more effective. Look for 3 things in a person: intelligence, energy, and integrity. If they don't have the last one, don't even bother. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I don't look to jump over 7-foot bars, I look for 1-foot bars that I can step over. It's not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. When people ask me how they should prepare for a career, I tell them to read and think a lot. It's better to have a partial interest in a Hope diamond than to own all of a rhinestone. Find businesses with economic moats and hold on to them. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. Lose money for the firm and I will be understanding. Lose a shred of reputation for the firm and I will be ruthless. Never interrupt your compounding unnecessarily. If you get into a lousy business, get out of it. When management with a reputation for brilliance tackles a business with a reputation for bad economics, it is the reputation of the business that remains intact. The best thing a manager can do is to hire good people and get out of their way. Good business decisions will always trump clever financial engineering. The CEO should always take responsibility for the company's results. Predicting rain doesn't count. Building arcs does. Reputation builds slowly, but can be lost in a moment. Managers who worry about cost before spending avoid unnecessary expenses. Don't risk what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. Never test the depth of the river with both feet. If you're not learning, you're falling behind. The smarter the journalists are, the better off society is. I learned to go into business only with people I like, trust, and admire. Integrity, intelligence, and energy. If you don't have the first, the other two will kill you. Always deliver more than expected. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. Business opportunities are like buses, there's always another one coming. A great leader builds an enduring culture, not just profits.